You have reached review time with Emperiol. Today we'll be reviewing P-Valley Season 1, Episode 5, titled Belly. Let's get into it. So this is episode, was like a filler episode in a sense, if you want to say that. Gave you a little bit more. So it picks right back up off of last week. Last week ended with Mercedes' last dance, and she fought with her mom. Now they're in jail, okay? And then Mercedes is still heated. She swings on her mom again, and so this, majority of the episode shows Mercedes going back and forth with her mom in the jail. So meanwhile, old Clifford and Little Murder got intimate, and then the next day he slept at the club, and there was a 14-day eviction notice on the club, and all the girls that worked at the club got to see. Then there was this woman that pretty much was having a divorce party at the club, and she got drunk. And Keyshawn, Miss Mississippi, she liked the way she danced, and then she passed out, and then she had like all these stacks of money, and she was still drunk, and she was still there. So Uncle Clifford got her and walked her out, and she was drunk. And so when Uncle Clifford seen that eviction notice, he passed out. But then once he got his stuff together, he showed up to the police station. But in the process, right before he showed up to the police station, Martavius Hill shows up to the sheriff's office and tells the sheriff that he lost his wife during the hurricane in Texas, and it was 2 months ago, and he lost everything, and he's looking for his wife. It showed the side of his face with a tear coming down, saying he lost everything. So you already know right away he's looking for Autumn Night. And he tells the sheriff, the sheriff pretty much said, well, you about, Texas from here, that's a long ways. He said, well, you can't give up hope. So he was basically telling the sheriff what the sheriff told him pretty much when he seen him tear up. He pretty much said, send an email to my police station, and we'll put some pictures around, see if anybody's seen this woman or whatever. Meanwhile, also that woman that I said that was in the club drunk, they brought her in the police station. So she's in the police station, and the mom is trying to rationalize that God has told her to, take the money, run her own church because the men won't let her do it. Then she had a church service, and all the women was moved, and she was telling Mercedes come and, pretty much, forgive her and everything like that. And Mercedes pretty much told her like she's dead to her. Meanwhile, Mercedes got a chance to call her one phone call. She called Gidget, and even though Gidget was still mad at her for not telling her about the Uncle Clifford situation, she told Clifford she needed bail, and it was like $2K. So Gidget round up all the girls, basically saying it's $2K. When they get to the Bell's bombing, the Bell's bombing had all of these like extra fees that she owed that totaled to about $5,000. Meanwhile, Autumn Night did show up there as well, and Autumn pretty much waited till all the girls left and just Gidget was there, and she kind of just stayed in the back. Meanwhile, early in the episode, Autumn went to where she was retrieving that money from all that time. It showed her assets been frozen, and I guess that name, she couldn't use that name no more, so she needed a different name. So she was in court in a bond, but she did have cash left over. So when Mercedes got bailed out, of course Autumn was there to pick her up. Autumn picks her up in the car. Mercedes pretty much is crying, and she said, "Where to?" And she said, "Anywhere over here." So next time you see them at Autumn Night House. And I kind of figured this. I think I said this in a couple other reviews, that I figure they're going to end up getting close, even though it seemed like they was at each other the whole time. Or really, Mercedes at Autumn, and then they're gonna get close. So pretty much, Autumn, Mercedes was like, "I'm gonna pay you back that 5 bands." You know what I'm saying? And Autumn was pretty much like, "You don't gotta pay me back nothing," and I got more where that came from. So she went in her little kitchen refrigerator thing and pulled out. I think she gave her like 10,000 or something like that. And she was like, "What?" And then she said, "I could get another 10 for you by the end of the week." And so basically Mercedes like, "Well, I ain't into scams and stuff like that. And what you doing getting all this money and you stripping? You only been stripping for like 2 months." And so Autumn pretty much told her that she got to get this money unfrozen, so she needed a name. So she put in there Mercedes, and then Mercedes like, "That's just my stage name, my real name." And then she said she put in another name in there. So they put like Crystal S. Flowers or something like that. And it's about that Crystal S. Flowers is like a juke, some store around in the area. So you see that happening. Meanwhile, you had Uncle Clifford. Now he's showing up to the mayor, where the mayor's meeting with the people in the community at the barbershop, and he's questioning the mayor, and the mayor's pretty much like, "Man, you out of here, we gonna stomp over you." And pretty much Uncle Clifford kind of letting him know, "Well, I ain't going out with a fight or whatever." So the mayor is upset with Andre, basically telling Andre, "You need to get this deal done. I gotta go with this ball and laugh and joke with these people, but I'm the one that's trying to get my city on the map or whatever." So that's what, he pushing Andre to do. That's pretty much that with that. And Keyshawn, she's popular because she the one filled in for Mercedes. She's getting all the prestige, all the popularity on social media, and she's pretty much kind of letting it go to her head in a sense. But from there, what happens is, I guess her boyfriend or whoever shows up, and with the baby pretty much, and Diamond is out there. Diamond, he's into Keyshawn, and you can tell he's upset because this is probably the dude that's been beating on her, and he's pretty much, the boyfriend is saying, that's sweet love, but he's abusive. So he's just saying you beautiful or whatever. And then she kind of looked like, gazing in his eye like, "Oh, he finally said that to me," or whatever. And then he like, "Who watches the baby while you're on stage?" And she pretty much said everybody. She didn't say Diamond or whatever, because Diamond is one of the main ones that's always watching them. Meanwhile, you see Diamond smoking a cigarette, and his cigarette is burning or whatever. So that's that. So that's pretty much the gist of the episode. And then the episode pretty much ended with Martavius Hill. He's at a motel room somewhere, and he's on a computer, and he can see everything that Autumn Night is doing. So he's in the same system that she's in. So whatever him and her had going on, I don't know if that's her husband or whatever they was tied into with the money transfers and all that, he's tied into it as well. And so it could be his money that she's taking, or she know how to work it. Anyway, he coming to get it. So you see it's brewing, something great happened. But he's in the same system. He's looking at the same system she is or whatever. So pretty much the lady at the money transfer place was telling her your assets got frozen because you did so many transactions in a short period of time that sets off a flag. And she said, well, yeah, because it's, you said we can do as many as we want as long as it's under 9,000. They was like, yeah, well, that's pretty much was a courtesy because of just, the hurricane situation, and people was getting money sent from there. And then she was like, well, it looks like your family's been really sending you a lot of money. So it showed this whole list of 9,000, 8,000. So I don't know how much she really fully got stacked, but she got stacked a whole bunch of bread. But nevertheless, that's the gist of the episode. Decent episode overall. Didn't get in too much. Pretty much a filler to build up. I think this season goes up to like 8 episodes, I think. So this was episode 5. Still intriguing show. Probably got about 3 more episodes left. Subscribe to this channel. Like the video. Comment. Till next time.